So what's the purpose of coming on a solitary retreat? Well, the key one for me is rest and renewal. Being able to be in a quiet space, being able to slow down and have the time and space to be reflective, to not be thinking about the to-do lists and the next thing that's on the agenda and the next part of the routine that I need to get on with, to be able to drop the timetable and the scheduling and just to come back to myself. And there's a real power in knowing that you're gifting that to yourself as well, because it's a bit like before I have a healing session, you know, a part of the mind knows that it's coming and will start to prep for that accordingly. So when we know that we've got this container, this time and space to ourselves, that aspect of us can go deeper and we'll just engage in that way without us needing to think about it. You know, if you're anything like me, you'll need to kind of slow the pace down, because I was still very much in that momentum for the first couple of days, and then it can start to quiet and we can drop into ourselves on deeper levels. So the silence is a really big one for me as well, just being able to stop talking and disengage that part of me, to be able to just enjoy the bird song, to enjoy the sounds of the rain, and just to pause and really take it in and not have the same distractions. Turning off kind of media, like social media, electronics. I mean, I'm saying this as I'm talking to you on the camera, so there's an irony here, I get it. But for me, this was definitely a holiday come retreat. So I wasn't as restrictive as I would normally be with having my phone on, checking that my family was okay, and then turning it off so I could then make sure I had a break. So, and knowing that I wanted to talk to you about it while I was fresh in it. But normally I would say, you know, it's really great to just be able to, if you can, and you've got an emergency contact number somewhere, to be able to just turn the phone off and turn off those electric distractions, because again, it's like pulling you out of your immediate experience, which isn't always pleasant. You know, I think we might think, oh, it'll be great, I'll have time away. It could be quite blissful. You can have blissful experiences just by, you know, dialing everything down and being in nature, going for walks. But sometimes, you know, even if we're not going through a tough time, I would say I'm in a relatively good space right now. And yet, as I've been here, there's been unintegrated experiences that started coming up in my meditations, that because there was space, it's arising. And, you know, there have been points where actually the kind of the focus and concentration that it's taken, it's a bit tiring, and it's tiring to be with such heavy emotion. And I've been sleeping, I've been taking afternoon naps, just to kind of be able to maintain that and hold it. But also I just feel grateful that it's coming up and it's releasing, because I could just feel more and more spacious in my body, which is great. And then, of course, you know, coming back into alignment with our own spiritual connection in whatever way that speaks to us. I mean, for me, it's funny, because when I'm here, my spirit guides actually back off, because they're giving me space. Because I think I'm getting those messages frequently with my work and throughout the day when I'm at home. So actually, when I'm away, I get a reprieve from the spirit world. So I kind of have to call them in, and they're a bit reluctant to come in and be with me if I'm doing some channeled writing, for example. But then, you know, reconnecting with our higher self, and we can be getting those messages coming through. Or for you, it may be a case that your spirit guides come in and chat to you. I definitely have more and more experiences of what she calls herself Great Mother. That's all I ever hear is great. I kind of get this introduction of Great Mother is here and she would like to speak to you, like there's somebody who does the introductions. It's always quite sweet. So that presence comes in, and I'll just be with that energy. And I'm feeling moved thinking about it. It's very beautiful. So to be with that in a more conscious way, and reconnect with that, has a great beauty to it. So there can be these swings and roundabouts where we're being with those wounded parts or painful experiences, and yet experiencing something more beautiful simply by slowing down and listening to our intuitive awareness and coming back to ourselves. So yeah, I would encourage you, if this feels like something you're called to trying a retreat, to give it a go, whether that's in the context where it's held, which I did for 12 years before I then started venturing out and doing it on my own. Or for you, it may be like you know exactly what you want to do in terms of a retreat context, and you've got some meditation experience or yoga experience under your belt and you just want to do it. So go for it. It can be so life enhancing and enriching to just give yourself that time and space.